Can you pick up the noises there? All right. Welcome once again to Now That's a Show. And can I explain?
There's nothing better than a fart chair.
Peter Griffin. Well, this one, and I'm sure I'm going to get interrupted here in a second, but this one's about business or product names that may need to be reconsidered or may need reconsideration. You know, some that are towing the line of appropriate or inappropriate. I don't even know how you define that anymore, but
it's just all inappropriate.
Apparently,
even like the left is starting to think that some of the things they're doing are inappropriate.
Oh, sure, because they're getting caught up in it. They're getting canceled too.
Themselves.
They're getting canceled too in some cases. The trigger for this, though, for me was, can I say trigger or is that violent?
You might want to wait till Thursday.
The trigger for all this for me was looking at. We got a flyer in the mailbox about canned food drive and dry food.
Phone. Who's calling? Yeah. Who is it?
My son.
Oh. Get him on the show.
He's probably telling me he's got my keys, but I'll call him back because I can't find my keys. But I do have a spare. I can spare a square. So the
wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the
flyer.
The flyer.
Right.
And the flyer here, this is a portion of it right here. You can make it out a little bit in the
I can't see
top.
it. How can they see it?
Well, let's see.
Because they're going to zoom their screen in?
Yeah, maybe I can, let's see if I can pull up the, is there a thing like a...
There is a thing.
Yeah, where's the thing? Oh,
just do fart noises while you're...
Yeah, so anyway. So it said basically bring, canned foods and everything else, and it said peanut butter and other nut butters. What's another nut butter?
Why are they just grouping that?
I know. Why don't they just say butters?
I mean, if you do that, now you got to get a bread or something. You can't just eat
nut butter.
Everybody would be like choking.
And so, of course, on the little social media post, it said that, and I took it and I highlighted it and said, "What's nut butters?" And there were people that came back that thought it was funny, and there were other people who go, "Well, you have like almond butter, and then sunflower seed butter," and then somebody came back to them and said, "Well, sunflower seed's not a nut." So there was this whole train of comments about just something I was just being a wise ass on.
I would think with all this COVID stay-at-home stuff, that the trails on those neighborhood things they just got to get long.
Yeah.
Much longer than normal.
Yeah, so that was one of them. Another one was the other night I was at a local bottle shop, craft brewery bottle shop, whatever, and they have like little snacks you can buy. And one of them was Meemaw's cheese titties. Have you ever seen those things?
No.
But it's spelled Tiddies. So they don't spell titties, but
isn't that how you spell it in the South?
Titties. So I said to the bartender there, I said, "Oh, you got Meemaw's titties." And she's like, "Yeah, a lot of people buy them. They're great. They're tasty." And I said, "Yeah, but that package looks like it's sagging a little bit." And she was like, "No, it's." She had no clue, no idea what I was doing. I said they were kind of saggy and low to the ground, but anyway. So just for kicks and giggles, I did buy it, and I said that actually the cheese titties were pretty good.
Yeah,
they were pretty good. You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor.
I was thinking about this today because I was out for a walk and I walked by a Burger King, and they had a sign out front. It said "Original Chicken Sandwich." I don't think they are the ones. Like, there's no way that they were the pioneers in the placing chicken between two pieces of bread.
Well,
original chicken sandwich?
Well, doesn't even Chick-fil-A in their ads say we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich?
I mean,
it's like, what was it?
The first thing.
What movie was it? Elf. where he gets outside in New York City and it said on the sign, "World's Best Coffee." He goes in there, "Congratulations!"
Number one dad.
And the funniest thing is too, Burger King of all places.
I know it's a burger place with a sign saying "original chicken sandwich."
I can't remember the last time I went to Burger King, or even.
Oh, no kidding! Yeah.
How are they still alive? Maybe they're branding. Maybe their product name is good. The Whopper.
Sounds to me like they pivoted.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Pivoted.
We're not making enough of these hamburgers because everybody else is better than us. So why don't we go to fish? No, that doesn't work. Rib? No, somebody else has got that corner.
But not all the time.
I know. What's up with that?
The McRib. It's a tease. It's a tease.
I know, but
what is it really made of? Because there's no bones in it. It's like shaped like a rib thing, but there's no bones.
It's rib for our pleasure.
With barbecue flavor?
Yeah.
Might glow in the dark.
And then the other, like, you always see the other, then right after that I saw First Insurance. No. They were probably one of the last to come in.
708th.
Yeah. Or the fifth, third.
Oh, I never understood it.
Like,
why don't they just say 1 2/3? 1 2/3. 1.67.
I mean, are there really?
Isn't that the right fraction?
Are there really? Nobody's going to do the math in this audience.
Well, that's like 1 you divide to 5 by 3, and then you got 1 2/3. That's 1.67.
So there are what? 4 other third banks?
We're striving for third. Right now we're at 5th of third.
I know what my business is going to be. 6th third
Yeah,
bank.
there you go. That's 2.
Huh?
That's 2.
So I'll be
That's better than
second bank.
That's better than 5th third. Greater than. Yeah. Well, we have some business names that we've run across, and these are real. Now, these are not, internet meme ones and everything. They may have showed up on a meme, but these are actually real. We verified and validated these are actual businesses. Now, I don't know how well they're doing.
You haven't patronized them all, but
no, I have not patronized them all. But there are several here in our home state that I've found. So we'll first talk about some of those, and this is just a hodgepodge of ones here. These are general classifications because we have some other classifications in coming up. But of course, Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, we all know Dick's Sporting Goods is a major chain and everything else. But I mean, just every time when my kids would say, "Dad, I want to go to Dick's," I'd be like, which is reason 147 why I'm no longer married.
But a favorite dad.
Yes, but the boys loved it. So, but when I guess the internet first became more prevalent, you go to Dix.com, somebody say, "Let's go check out what they have at Dix." Dix.com took you to a porn site. So that's been remedied now.
Maybe they pivoted.
They pivoted.
Way back, they were like, "All right, listen, all this porn stuff, let's throw in some sneakers." And then they just kept going with hunting gear and golf.
The vast audience here can validate this, but way back when, and I say way back when, it was probably maybe 15, 20 years ago. If you went to whitehouse.com, not whitehouse.gov, whitehouse.com, porn site. Somebody's brilliant back then. They said, "I'll grab that one."
Take that one.
So I wonder what it cost to buy them out for that, because it wasn't a .gov, so it wasn't like they were squatting on it.
So what is it now?
It's why it converts over to whitehouse.gov.
Oh, right. Eminent domain.
Yeah. So we paid for it.
Yeah.
Somehow we paid for it.
Clinton probably bought it. He was in a couple.
No, Clinton had it. He owned it. He owned whitehouse.com.
There's a couple of videos of him on there, and Hillary made him take it down. Oh, come on.
This was another one. It's real. It's Stubbs Prosthetics and Orthotics. Stubbs. You wear a prosthetic because you're missing a limb. It's a real deal. And by the way, it's not somebody trying to be cute. It's like somebody's name. Mm-hmm. No. But you would think somebody say, "Hey, Mr. Stubbs." How about Am I Gone Funeral Home Services. That again's the last name. Now all of it's pronounced Amigon, Amigone, but it looks like Am I Gone?
Oh my God. You better hope so. That's going to freak some people out when they get there.
So some of these people took their name and really capitalized on it. I think they capitalized on it. This one's real. Going Postal. It's a business called Going Postal. It's like one of those, ship and site kind of things, or whatever you call them, UPS kind of store. Going Postal. When I say Going Postal, what do you think of?
I mean, I wouldn't want to go in that store.
Fuck that. I'm going in there. So for those younger listeners, just look up the term Going Postal. And it was a real term.
Don't say it to a post person.
Yeah.
So that's the right thing to call them now, right? Post people?
Post people. Yeah. Not a postman. How about Sam and Ella's Chicken Palace? Now say that real quick.
Sam and Ella's Chicken Palace.
Sam and Ella. Sam and Ella's Chicken Palace. But that's a real deal. A real restaurant. We got Passmore Gas. It's a gas company out in, I think, is it Arizona? Yeah, it's Arizona. It's a family name, Passmore. But I mean, what else could they be in though?
Yeah. Like if you're a woman and your name is like Crystal, or you're just going to become a porn star, right?
Stripper.
So if you have the name Passmore, you're obviously going to get
in the gas company.
To the main stage.
Poopsie's Pizza. This is up in your old neck of the woods.
Oh yeah,
Massachusetts.
That's Western.
Marlboro. Is there a Marlboro?
Yeah,
Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Interesting.
Where is that?
I mean, everything in
near Worcester.
Everything is in the middle of the state.
Worcester. Poopsie's Pizza. Fu King Chinese Restaurant. Real deal.
That's like Smith's in China.
Well, you know what they have on their menu?
What?
A dish. What? Cream of some young guy. You don't remember that one from Waynesburg? Cream of some young guy is their choice dish.
Their special sauce.
A Veil Vapor, and you're like, well, a Veil Vapor? I mean, okay, what's the big deal there? What is the big deal with a Veil Vapor? Nothing in terms of the name. This is like a little like vaping shop or whatever. There's a time I was in a shopping center parking lot, and I did a double take on the sign because I looked and I was like, does it say what I think? I thought it said anal vapor. So look at their sign. I took a picture of it and I kept it and I pulled it up here. But if you look real quick, it looks like anal vapor.
Is that another term for fart?
Yeah, well, I would think so. But if you look closely, you'll say, oh, it says veil vapor. But if you're driving along and you go, anal vapor, it's like some anal vapor right there. Miles Scientific.
Okay.
Well, you won't get this one because they had to change their name.
How long are you going to make me wait? I mean, dead air doesn't work well.
They had to change their name because people told them that probably they're a technology company. They do pharmaceutical type testing in that and pharma testing. So they're a CRT. What do they call those things? I don't know. So whatever. But their original name was Anal Tech.
Oh.
So here's their website, and their website still has the Anal Tech thing right there.
Just
now
like
that would make sense
in the back.
Yeah, right there.
It's tucked up in the back.
Yeah. But they're known as, they did business for years as Anal Tech. I think somebody said, hey, we might have some trouble. Now that would be great. That would fit perfectly if they're doing like proctology kind of trials and that. But I don't know exactly.
Colonoscopies. Yeah. There's a lot of technology in that, I would assume. I hope. Not just like a farce.
Well, I hear the CEO's a real asshole. Anal. So those are some general ones. Now, here are some real business names that are adult themed. These are real. I'm not making these up.
Children to leave the room.
Well, we mark it up as not child friendly.
Yeah, it's true.
We got to put a non-Donna friendly on there too. Pilot episode. Check it out. Everybody should watch the pilot episode, shouldn't they? Oh, you look at this. All right, so here, Big Dick's halfway in. Wait a second. Wait, hold on a second. That could be like a hotel, or that could be like a porn director's phrase. Big Dick halfway in. Cut.
Because no one will believe me all the way in, all in.
That is a real place. It's in I got it written down here somewhere. Where is it located? You can check it. Oh, it's in the Ozarks in Missouri. So
I'm surprised they didn't film there when they were doing the show.
The show Ozark. Yeah. Well, they're filming that show outside of Atlanta. You didn't know that.
I did, because you've told me that about 17 times.
Next to
where did that guy go to college? Georgia Southern. Boom.
I haven't heard you once go.
You've never seen.
He went to Bryant. Because Bryant's probably like RuPaul. RuPaul or Caitlyn Jenner. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, RuPaul and Caitlyn Jenner are icons.
I heard a joke the other day. It said that there was a picture of Caitlyn Jenner without makeup. It was like, isn't that Bruce Jenner?
I may have mentioned this before, but when all that was going down, when all that was happening,
excuse me,
all that was happening, when I don't care what Caitlyn Bruce wants to call him or herself, or Zimself.
Let's go
Zimself.
Let's go back a couple episodes.
Zimself. But it would have been a lot easier if Bruce had just slipped it to Jenny Bruce, wouldn't it? Like just flip the first name, last name. It'd be a lot easier. Can you imagine? And I saw a picture of this. Howard Cosell, Bruce Jenner, and O.J. Simpson were doing a broadcast for ABC Sports one time.
That sounds like a joke.
No, it's a true story.
A priest, a rabbi.
In the late 70s, you have Howard Cosell in the middle. You had O.J. Simpson on one side. You had Bruce Jenner, and there were, it was like late 70s,
in the middle,
early 80s, yeah. Yeah, that's right. But out of all those people at the time, you probably thought, what a crazy son of a bitch Howard Cosell is. Look at those two athletes. They got their shit together. I mean, they go, look at OJ. He does commercials and everything else. And you got Bruce Jenner on a box of Wheaties. Man, they got it made. And then it's like Howard Cosell's, if
he would have never done the
Can you believe what I'm about to tell you? Yeah. That in 20 years. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, there's, of course, masturbate and tackle. I mean, that's so easy.
Probably one of those in every state.
Oh, yeah. I would. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. Did I ever tell you the story about the time I went fishing with Nevin? Hilton Head, we went shark fishing. And my son at the time, I guess he was about 2. So he was probably 16.
Fifth third of his age.
He's probably 16 at the time. Yeah, I'd say 16, 17, somewhere around there. And we left the marina and we're riding out there. It's me, him, another friend of mine, another friend of his, and there's you were invited to this. This was at Hilton Head, and so we're headed out from the marina, and it's a center console boat. We're going to go shark fishing, obviously, and so as we're headed out there, the captain says, "Hey, yeah, this is what's going on, and we're going to get out to our spot, and then we're going to fish these places that I think that there will be a lot of shark." And he says, "My first mate here, he'll bait your hook and rig up everything." And I said, "Oh, you don't need to worry about that. We can do that. I mean, we fish all the time. I said, plus my son here, he's a masturbator. And the guy pulls the engine back, stops the motor, and he looks at me and he goes, "Did you just say what I think you know?" I said, "Yeah." I said, in 25 years, not one person had ever said that to him. I'm like, and of course my son
You're
was
not used to people not already hearing your jokes.
My son was just appalled by it, which made it even better.
Who's Paul?
Paul.
Why are people appalled by him? Was Paul like some surprised, like horribly surprised person?
Wait, Paul, was he the one that, like, no, that was Peter.
It's like, oh my God, Paul was so surprised. So then later you were like, oh, you were appalled. And then somebody heard it and went out and said it.
Wait, that's my name.
Like,
of course, Masturbate Channel. BJ's Wholesale, right? I mean, anytime I have to admit, anytime somebody says, we're going to BJ's, I'm like,
I mean, they must have had a hard time with their website, too.
That's right. Well, here's another one, speaking of which. BJ's on the Water. That's a real restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland. Who doesn't want BJ's on the Water? Shouldn't there be like a...
You could just leave the last word off.
BJ's on Main Street.
Put a blank line and let people write in.
BJ's on First Avenue.
On the moon.
Wally's Private Parts. Wally's Private Parts is pretty big, actually. The company. But they actually do major large equipment, agricultural equipment up in Canada. So they rent like big heavy duty.
And they own it all, obviously.
It's their own.
Private.
I got more. Now, what do you think that says? It's a hotel.
Tillicum?
No, those are L's.
Tillicum? 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 In? Tillicum? Till I come in?
Till I come in.
Till I get in!
It's a real little hotel in Oregon. And I thought they said, oh, they got to call it Tillicum. It's Till I Come In. I think they rent by they rent by the sub hour there. I think you rent for 10 minutes. Huh. Party's Poon Palace.
What's a poon?
Ted Nugent?
Poon?
Wayne Dang Sweet Poon Tang?
Yeah.
Poon's Palace. Where's Poon's Palace? Oh, okay. That's in Miami. That's like in the heart of Miami. That shouldn't surprise you, right?
No.
Party's Poon Palace. It's Chinese joint, allegedly. Love you a long time. Tranny Man Auto Care. Tranny Man Auto Care. They specialize in transmissions.
Good name.
Tranny Man Auto Care. Tranny Man is in Kentucky, I believe. Yep. Oh, New York. I'm sorry, upstate New York. Three-Way Express. This is a company in Atlanta that does trucks. They, shipping in trucks and that kind of stuff. Three-Way Express, but they also got in the business of airport pickups too. Could you imagine?
I got a three-way.
You get in a van, there are three of you get in the van, and wait a second.
It's all lit up and like a stripper pole in the back and
with that smell. Morning Wood Company.
What was their tagline too? They said something
like,
we want everyone to wake up with wood.
Yeah. We wake up thinking about wood or something like that. Morning Wood. I was thinking my porn star name. When I become a porn star, we got our porn star lights here.
Yeah. You better think about doing that sooner than later, by the way.
I'm thinking of a niche. I think there's going to be a niche.
If there's a goal for you that you've been had for a long time, you might want to think about right now.
You don't think a nursing home niche is like viable?
Actually, I don't know. Maybe that is a good idea.
I think we're on to
Then
something.
you know what? You have a little bit of time.
But I think my porn star name would be Moore, Moore, middle initial N, last name Wood. Morning Wood. Like, you're going to come up with, like, Georgia buck naked, see? A lot of people haven't given that a lot of thought. I didn't give it a lot of thought. That was pretty quick. But
That's good.
Morning Wood. Cox Smokers Outlet and Spirit Shop. That's a chain. I mean, it's up all over Kentucky. There's a bunch of cock smokers up in Kentucky. Who would have thought that Kentucky would have a lot of cock smokers?
What was the other ones in Kentucky?
Training Man was in New York. It was upstate
right.
New York. Oh.
That's pretty good. Memorable.
And finally, here locally, there's one of these. I found that there's a few municipalities that have this business, but Fayetteville, North Carolina, there's a camel toe company.
What do they sell?
They're a towing company.
Oh.
But you gotta see, all their ads have like.
Oh, I thought it was an E. I thought there was an E at the end. I couldn't see it from there.
Well, you need glasses, don't you?
Yeah, hold on.
There's something that they. Oh, it's okay.
Oh yeah, it's not as fun in there. It was way funnier seeing that as an E than as a W.
Toey. What's Toey? What is Toey? Who's Toey? Here's some product and brand names that are questionable. I mean, they fall. These aren't necessarily company names. They're
Things
product
that we
names.
buy on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yes, like vegetarian swallow balls. Who doesn't buy those?
What the heck is it?
I saw a picture of them, and they're like an Asian kind of food. And of course, the balls are really small. They really are.
Well,
I mean,
to swallow
Asian.
them, I would think.
But I think it's an oxymoron too. Vegetarian balls. I mean,
It's like Chris is choking. What was he eating? Vegetarian swallow balls.
they're very similar to
Just make
Benoit
sure you
balls,
chew
but they're
them.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Who is Benoit, by the way?
Oh,
That to be named after somebody, right? Benoit.
we'll look that up. That's a show.
How about creamy white finishing sauce?
That's like the what was the other one that you just said? The some young guy.
Cream of some young guy.
That's the brand name, and this is the.
This is the actual product. I mean, there's a product like you can get. I guess it's for what do you call it? Finishing sauce when you like they call it zest something or put something on top. But it says it on the package, and people are like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy that." Who doesn't laugh at the checkout?
You write that down on your list.
Come and go. Come and go. This is actually a convenience store chain in the Midwest, Far West. I know I've seen them in like Iowa,
Downtown areas.
Iowa and Denver, and Iowa, Colorado, and Nebraska, and that. So I guess what do they call it? The Plains. Yeah. Come and go.
I mean, they did at least change the spelling a little bit.
For go?
Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah, the ampersand.
Ass Clown Beer.
Ampersand is a really long word for that symbol.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't like using it. I like using it. I'm a user of the ampersand.
So you actually draw that out?
No, not right. I can't. I do like.
Is
a
it like a
backwards
twin
3.
to the when like it's out on the street? It'd be like, hey, G Clef. No, man, ampersand. The only difference is like just a slight tilt of the little thing there, right?
Yeah, I guess you can confuse music there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal the thunder of your shirt one. I didn't know that was coming up.
Oh, the Ass Clown beard. I think we've seen that before. I may have worn this on a show before.
I think you've worn the same shirt a few times.
The Ass Clown beer. It's a craft brewery out of outside of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Cornelius.
It says yeah, but our audience is global. They're not going to know like Cornelius. Brief jerky. How come mine doesn't do that?
Because you have a little pad on yours. Your little ass pad beer. Ass pad beer. That's what you can start.
That could be a brand of beer for them. Brief jerky. Now, this is real stuff. I didn't believe this, but it's underwear made out of beef jerky. Edible underwear out of beef jerky.
Was it good?
Well, for me, though, that's a lot of beef jerky. That's an expensive pair of underwear. That's a lot of beef jerky. I mean, there's no chance. I'd have to have like 10 chicks there. Like this.
Not even like there's a spandex version of it. Like you pretty much have
you can't stretch.
You got to get the size dead on. Because if they're too big, then you just got like...
You're going to have to ask them to cut that as thin as possible. Because that's a lot of beef jerky.
Was it good?
Eating my own way out.
Why are you turning red? Look at him. Look, he's turning red.
That's just me having an allergic attack again.
Let's change the subject quick. Where's my mouse? Get on to the next one.
Fagottini pasta.
Did they make that in the whole week?
Now, here's the funniest thing. Gluten-free? I don't think it can be gluten-free. Fagottini. I'm not making this up. There's fagottini pasta. And here's the funny part. It's pasta that's cheese and cream filled.
Kind of like we don't like the name ravioli.
Well, ravioli, so it should be called like ravioli because...
What does it look like? What's it shaped?
It looks like a, what do you call those that are kind of like a shell-shaped?
Yeah.
Almost like a little, it's almost like a mini dumpling is what it kind of looks like. I mean, I haven't eaten it, but I saw the thing.
It just kind of like explodes in your mouth when you eat it.
Yeah, like the, what was the Seinfeld episode? When the Cubans, and they weren't Cubans, started thinking they were rolling too tight. The crepes. They were getting burned. 3rd-degree burns.
You could have said, "What are those things you roll them?" I would have been like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
But that is in Seinfeld.
They're like, "Oh, crepes." But the Dominicans,
fagottini pasta. I mean, like, and the sad part is, there's probably a real, like, you go back to like the 200, 300 years, and they were making in Italy, they were making fagottini pasta. Right. And it's probably named after some town or something, or some kind of, I don't know, grain that they found.
Right.
But people are like, they canceled it. You can't call it fagottini pasta anymore. I'm like, well, what the fuck is called?
You can't?
No, I'm sure that there are people if I serve fagottini pasta at a, I don't know, at a...
Wait, I got an idea. Where do what you started with the food drive? Mm-hmm. Fagottini pasta. That's all I'm going to give.
But I'm thinking about, like, if I serve fagottini pasta at a craft brewery that served sour beer.
Right.
Sour. There would be so many people offended by that. Or a place they serve, or a place if the special of the day at a place that served White Claw,
like
or truly was fagottini pasta, you would offend a lot of dudes in their skinny pants and their horn-rimmed glasses. You would. They would take it wrong, but it has nothing to do with that vulgar term talking about homosexuals.
It's just fun.
It's a pasta. It's pasta. It's a pasta. It's a pasta. It's a pasta. You need a tampon? Pasta. You want tacos? tacos. Like sitting around with poor Tara. It's going to Taco Tuesday. Taco. I'm kidding, Mike. Not really. I mean, you just sound like that. Spotted dick sponge.
You've had that here before.
I have had that here before. We tried it, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was freaking awful. It was like a...
Yeah, it's not good.
It was canned. It's like a canned British...
bread or something, right?
It's a bread pudding. It's a bread pudding.
Spam-like thing.
It's in a can. It's canned.
Yeah.
But
sardine thing, we have to like turn.
I got that as a gift though. That wasn't a gift. I don't know if you call it a gift. It was maybe a gift from the Langhams.
From an enemy.
From the Langhams.
That's right.
And we tried it here one night, and it was not good. And you open it up. The really cool thing though is you open up the cans. It's like a tuna can, but it's a little bit thicker. You open it up and it expands. It's like. It's like putting water on those little dinosaur sponges.
Oh, those are fun.
Except you eat this stuff. And the worst part was it had like raisins in it too.
Yeah. Raisins.
British and their food. What's going on there? All right, so let's move in. Since we've kind of made light of others and their business ideas, I think it's only fair that we come up with our business ideas that are, I would consider, awkward or borderline inappropriate business ideas. And you have one, I have one, you may have more than one. That's why I put the S in parentheses there. Give you some latitude. So not only tell us what the business is, but explain to us like maybe some highlights of the business, what you're thinking and why you think it can make money.
So back in 2000, somewhere around 2000, I had put a business plan together for a chain of male hair salons that was going to be
M-A-L-E.
Yeah, that was going to be a cross between like a sport clip type of thing and like a Hooters. So you mesh them together where the girls would have like Hooters type things on, but you'd be getting your hair cut and stuff like that from them. And it was going to be called Snippers.
Isn't there somebody that does that though right now?
Well, you got Lady Jane.
Oh yeah, but they're not.
They kind of copied me,
yeah.
but now I'm glad that I didn't do it after seeing that chain, because you're not finding the workforce.
I think the pickle, the pickle that you would get in there, is men that are married that have sons. You know, the moms think, oh, go take Junior to get a haircut. It's a way of bonding in that. And if they find out that you go to Snippers, there might be a problem.
Yeah. But I was going to donate a certain portion of the, certain portion of it was going to go to like women's causes. Like either breast cancer or... So
you're admitting basically with that that you're...
Yeah, I'm buying... basically, it's a lobby.
You're buying their silence.
Yeah, I was going to buy their silence. So, okay, well, you obviously like breast cancer. If you won't let your husband come here, you like breast cancer. It's exactly what you're saying. Don't even talk to me about it. So
that's
didn't get off the ground.
No. Didn't get off the ground?
No.
My idea, which I think you've heard before.
I've heard many.
This one I think is a winner, and it was really born.
Wait,
this was born? Yes. No. It was born. I'm going to say 30 years ago. 30 years ago.
Isn't that when you started writing your book too?
I was in Savannah, Georgia. St. Patrick's Day, which by the way is the second largest St. Patrick's Day celebration in the United States. I don't know about COVID years, but non-COVID years, second largest. You never knew. No one ever knew that there were that many Irish rednecks till you go down there. But we're leaving the festivities down by the river, walking back to the car, and I had to pee real bad. I had to pee bad, and wasn't going to make it to the car, so I hear music in this place. It's like.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like music.
Like EDM music. And so I'm like, oh man. So I walk in there. It's about one of the squares. Savannah's got the squares, the traffic squares and everything. right in
This
the
is
corner.
where you go around in a circle of your story to make it seem like you didn't know what the hell you were doing.
I did.
When you absolutely knew exactly what you were doing, and you probably didn't even have to pee.
I walked in there, and I'm like going from the door back to the bathroom.
Did you have a mask on?
No, this is 30 years ago. And so I'm about halfway there, and all of a sudden I realized that...
Kind of like big dicks halfway in?
Yeah. Big dicks halfway in, yeah. Cut. Take two. No. And I realized that I'm the only... I mean, there's no women in there. I'm sure all I see is that it seems like a turn. It was almost like a Pee Wee Herman movie. You know, where he goes in there and he goes in the biker bar and the record scratches as he walks in. And so I was like, I just did that, and I realized, and the thing was, I realized everybody in there was male, which is fine. They all had receding hairlines, facial hair, and good skin. I mean,
and when you walked in, they were all like this.
Yeah. So
it was like Home Alone.
They see the big bear walking in. And so I realized, as soon as I realized it, I did a 180. It was almost like a military, like...
Did you do like a spin?
Turnabout? Yeah, I did. I did a military turnabout. It was like a Nazi soldier.
What were you thinking was going to happen?
Well, I was 20 years old.
I mean, just because you were going to go into the restroom
20
and
years,
expose your
20 years old, I wasn't...
Your private bar.
Yeah. When there were holes in the wall, I didn't get that either.
I'm sure there was an attendant in that bathroom, too.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to. So I just kind of left, and I said, I went out back, actually pissed behind a dumpster. Fine. But when I went back outside,
and what happened there? I would think that's where more of the action's going on, in the dumpster behind the gay bar than in the
I'm
gay
sure the
bar
bathroom
itself.
was like. I didn't say it was a gay bar. I just said that it was all, and it was EDM music. I mean, and the thing was, so I came back out. As soon as I came back out,
did you just pull out?
I was itching my leg.
Then you lifted it up and looked at it.
No, I was looking at my fingers. See if I was bleeding. So I come back outside, and the group of people I was with was staying out there. Like, well, would you guys? I said, no, let's just go. Let's go. But I noticed. At that point, I noticed that on the outside, there were no windows. All the windows were covered. And the name of the place was It's My Nasty.
Isn't that what we were going to call this show originally? And then we're like, no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Then we were like, how about that's a show?
It's My Nasty was the name of the place. Now, had I seen that before, I probably would have said, no, I'll go somewhere else. Not that there's anything wrong with it,
my
right?
dumpster.
Not there's anything wrong with it, but...
In a back alley behind a gay bar.
Hey, it's desperate at that point. And so anyway, that whole experience. No, I wasn't peeing on the dumpster. My back was on the dumpster watching everybody else.
That's not a weapon in that situation.
I was using that as like coverage. And so I thought about this years ago too. I was like, you know what? I mean, you could make some money. I'm sure like the especially what we call it now, the LGBTQ plus community, alphabets community.
Which now owns
you
Google,
could,
by the way.
Good.
Well, there's
Alphabet.
Union. Yeah.
That I think we could open up a gay bar.
What do you mean we?
I think there could be a franchise for this. Anyway, it's called The Manhole. You've heard this idea, haven't you? Okay, well, I'll explain it to the audience.
I'll let them laugh.
So the manhole is caters to the LGBT.
Just say
I think it's just G. Pretty much the G because the way it's set up. It's set up. It looks like a construction site. Like it's unfinished. It's concrete floors and everything else, and you have like sewer plates here and there, and you have rebar and stuff. So it's not totally finished, but it is for the purposes of the bar. And all the workers are wearing jeans, boots, and construction vests and construction helmets, and they have mustaches and sunglasses on, kind of like the village people got. And there's some special things that we'll have with it, like we'll have like.
Why do you keep saying we?
Whoever wants to partner up with me. I mean, there's probably some audience members that think this is a good idea. That we'll have
the people
on slower nights, like Tuesday night, right? Tuesday night will be pizza night. We'll have like our special will be like hidden sausage pizza. And if you can pay premium, like become a VIP member, which gives you backdoor entry. So I was telling one of my sons this, and he said,
on the fishing trip,
he said, "Dad, that's $1 million idea." And then he comes back to me later and says, "No, that's $1 billion idea." I think that's a good idea, right? The manhole.
And that, yeah, I mean, if you did it 30 years ago,
You don't think
you'd be
now?
way ahead of your time.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have worked 30 years ago. Now it'd be like the media will like say, "Hey, look at this." 30 years ago, they wouldn't have said anything about it. Now they'd be like, "Hey, everybody should do this, and if you don't, you're bad." If you don't go to the manhole, you're a bad. You're a racist. Wait, you're a racist. You're misogynist, and you're elitist. What else? Deplorable.
The only detail you left out is that you should have the restrooms at the front of the place,
So people
won't go pee on your dumpsters out.
That's a good. Let me write that down. I think you're on something. Yeah.
Flip back a few pages to your manhole notes.
Boy, I gotta go way back. Oh, manhole. That was the lead. Yeah, I got them all there. Yep.
That's good.
And we'll serve fagottini pasta. That's our side.
Fridays.
That's our side. Oh, please forgive me.
Till I come Thursday.
Am I gone yet?
Am I gone Mondays? Am I out of the closet Mondays? You know what you would do? Oh, here's another detail. Boom. Front door. When you enter the place, looks like a closet.
Wait a minute. Looks like no, because you're coming out of the closet, right? So it should look.
I know, but you're pretending like when you go into the place, it's like you're coming out of the closet.
When you're going in, right?
When you go into into the manhole.
Just like you're coming out of your closet.
Right.
So it might be like doors go whoosh, pocket doors.
Like, there's sliders, but they're mirrors on the inside. Yeah. They're mirrored sliders. Or folding bifold doors.
Yeah, with the louvers. Doors. With the louvers.
Yeah.
Do they still have those?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're out there. And they're loving every minute of it.
It's a good concept, though, the old bifold louver doors.
Yeah.
But you don't need them right now, right?
I mean, some places you do.
Yeah. Well, I guess you have a smaller, like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, did you have any other business ideas, Jake?
No. Yours took too long. And actually, I added enough to your idea that it's like that we all of a sudden could.
I told you we. I think it's a good idea.
I'll let you be the front man.
All right, you work in the back. Okay, fine. Deal. All right, well, that takes us to our truly.
Wait, we can't show any of the videos?
Well, yeah, we could.
Let's try one, just see if it works.
Well, it's going to take a minute to get all this on here.
I'll do fart noises.
Wait, where's your... Let's find your... Let me find your... Yeah, that'll be great. No. Let's see. You had...
Wait, you gotta
tell a joke or something. Tell a joke.
Do these three right here. Don't do the first one that we did. Do this one right here if you could get that to run.
These are all Cash Man?
All these three, yeah, all three of these are together. And this one's super funny too. That's the
I'm gonna have to get the. I don't know if I gotta get my volume out here. All right.
All right, ready?
Let me
see if this works.
I have to do a little technology thing here.
The audience, if you want, you can talk amongst yourselves about what you like best about last week's episode. Okay, let me come up with another topic. Martin Luther King Day. Do you know that his original name is Michael? It's not Martin Luther.
That was Martin Luther the King.
So when he was like 5 or something like that, his dad, he was, obviously because of the junior was named after him. His dad saw this reverend or something that was Martin Luther.
Wait, no, Martin Luther was the guy that it was the Lutheran guy, the guy that left the Catholic Church way back
Or something like that. Yeah. But their name was originally Michael. The father had changed both of their names from Michael to Martin because he liked this guy so much.
Well, we were like Michael. What was his middle name before?
I don't know.
Michael James.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what you had.
Yeah, I think it was.
You had Oliver Jewelry, and by the way, he misspells jewelry here. I don't know if you know.
Well, it's in Canada. They spelled things different all the time.
Yeah. Let's see if we
Let's see if this works.
We have to move this closer just so we can hear the.
It's worth it. Ready? These are some funny commercials that we saw.
Hello, I'm Russell Oliver, and I buy your used jewelry. If you have gold rings, gold earrings, I'll give you cash. If you have diamonds, bring them to me. I'll give you cash. I love gold. Bring me your old gold, and I'll give you cash. Because I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold.
Oh, yes, Canadian cash. He's making a rain.
I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold.
What a mess.
Wait, do the next one. Next one's funny too.
Okay.
These are all just stupid commercials that we found.
Close that one.
Yep.
We'll do one more.
Oh, we gotta do. Well, there's a couple.
Paying out this huge amount of cash to you for your...
This is the silver one?
Yeah. Just to show that the guy has some very diverse talents. He can shift on a dime in terms of marketing his business.
I wonder if he's still in business.
Cash man.
Paying out this huge amount of cash to you for your gold and diamond jewelry has turned my face and my hair silver. So, I am now buying your sterling silver jewelry. Bring me your silver rings, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets. I'll also buy your sterling silver flatware. Bring me your silver coins, and I will buy your silver dollars, your silver quarters, your silver dimes, even your silver nickels. I mostly buy your gold and diamond jewelry, but now I'll pay top dollar for your sterling silver jewelry. Oh, yeah.
All right, go to the. These are fun.
Oh, I know. I'm busy doing the technology here.
Honey, whose car's in the driveway?
No, this isn't one.
Okay.
No.
We are now buying diamonds,
Watches,
gold,
silver,
in Pickering.
Oh, son. Here, go back. Go back to.
Oh, this is awful. I'll go ahead and tell everybody this one is freaking awful. It's like clutch cargo. Remember that? All right.
Count carpal tunnel to this.
We love these songs! Cause they are toasty songs! There's no songs!
Somebody actually
They are
paid
so
for
good,
this.
we need them robot eating raw sausage barbarians! We are not the Huns!
Right now, Quiznos world famous Italian sub is only $2.99.
Yeah, that's
There's no songs!
Quiznos. Toast.
Oh, yeah. If nothing else, we've got that. We can say that all the time.
All right, last one.
Wait, no.
Yeah, we got
Hold on.
last one.
Wait. Maybe not. We'll see which one it is first.
That's another Quiznos, though, isn't
No, it isn't. No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Head on.
Oh,
No, don't do this one. That one's stupid.
most obnoxious one?
Go to the next
That was an ad.
Live TV from 85 plus channels with local sports and news. YouTube TV. Try it free.
one. Wait.
What the hell?
5 more seconds. Let it go.
I mean,
What is this, a touchscreen?
Live TV from 85 plus channels with local sports and news. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Oh, you can click that one off in 5 seconds.
School isn't a place you have to be. Why not go to school where remote learning can be as remote as you want? These are some plants.
Oh, yeah, turn this one off. Turn this off.
okay.
Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Oh, yes, it's 20 minutes long.
No.
Sure?
Yeah, the next one's really fun. Oh,
Is that the one?
this is good.
Okay. Let me get back here. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, last thing, folks.
They're already gone. This is just for us. These are all commercials that you wouldn't see here in the United States. They get banned. Wait. Okay, go to the next one. That was funny. Another good one.
No.
One more.
Us.
Come on, this is the most awkward
Running out of
one
tape.
ever.
Running out of tape.
One more. This is not the one that I thought it was.
This has definitely got to be it. This is a really awkward ending. Put those two together for some reason.
Yeah, I think so. Go to the bottom one. Might have just been another. Wait, no, it's a Dorito one. It's pretty funny. That one's good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Okay, well, I gotta
Oh,
display it.
sorry. YouTube's fault.
Oh, it's like crazy. You can't do like ads within their ads.
Billy, use the cleaner.
Touchdown.
Yeah, it only works with Doritos.
Why only Doritos?
You ask too many questions, Billy.
Can you
You
imagine?
sure you don't want to see the last
No,
one?
I don't.
One more. There can't be any more after that.
Yeah, but it's probably 10 minutes.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. One more. Come on.
One more is like. One more
Last
story.
one.
One more story, Dad.
Then we can just be like, okay, see you later, bye. Oh, this is hilarious.
I've seen how long it was. 40 seconds, that's all.
All right, ready?
Oh, not yet. What's up?
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
All right.
Last one. And then we're just shutting it right down. We're not even going to say goodbye.
Baby, relax. I'll have this all cleaned up. I'll make you a nice dinner.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, baby. What are you looking at? Get in here. Scrub it! Get in here.
Went to a party. I spent all
Turn
night.
up flour! There! Don't
Wow. You like? I slave all day.
Vodka.
Wait, this.
Oh,
Come on. Jeez.
for fuck's sake.
Might as well keep it on. Look, we went so long with the microphone went limp.
Well, of course, that concludes another show. We know that go to YouTube and look up Now That's a Show to see our episodes. This is Volume 2, which is Season 2, Episode 2. So there's like 17 out there, including the pilot. No, not including the pilot. Pilot's like 18th episode.
Yeah, but like 4 of them we had like double talk.
No, I corrected all that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Corrected all that.
So then we have a couple of shows that we did over again that are now just.
No, I put the good ones out there. So I got version control. So